What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Group Chat Sports. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for the best national college football coverage when it comes to the transfer portal, recruiting, coaching movement, and everything else. Again, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. And Texas Tech fans, we have an update for you today as the Red Raiders are getting hot on the trail. 2 commits in the last few days here, with another one potentially on the way. Red Raider fans, we have you guys covered here. Been doing a lot of coverage, you guys, over the offseason. Great transfer portal class for you guys, and keeping the momentum going here now on the recruiting trail. Again, 2 commitments here this week, starting with quarterback Stephen Cannon, 6'2", 6'3", 200 pounds. And this is a guy with tools. So I'll pull up his tape here in a second. But first, want to show you guys his commitment message here when he committed. And of course, as always, this is a Hayes Fawcett tweet here, and you see his message. He says, "I'm home, wreck 'em." And this is not a guy who had a ton of offers. Only a 3-star. Appalachian State was a school that he had an official visit lined up for. Georgia Tech, as a local school there, was an offer for him in March. But this is someone from Benedictine Military School, Savannah, Georgia, and the tools are there 100% with him. And when you're going to go the high school ranks to get a quarterback, if you're not going to go get one of these 5-star, high 4-star quarterbacks who's going to command a lot of money coming out of high school, obviously, what do you want to do? You want to go get a guy who has, and as you see here, missed like half the season with injury. But Stephen Cannon here at the quarterback spot has the tools. You're going to see his ability on the run. The mobility is definitely something that he brings to the table. But just his ability to push the ball downfield, throw the ball vertically, see a nice throw and stride here for the touchdown. And you'll see his athleticism more throughout the tape here. Boom. On the move. I mean, you see he's light on his feet. He listed 4.59 as a 40 time. Definitely see the juice in his legs. And then again, the arm, not a finished product as a quarterback, right? Going to have some stuff to clean up. Mechanically, the release looks a little long, but not afraid to push the ball downfield, which I really like in this guy. And here it is again, the deep ball up the seam. So, and then this is what he really brings to the table, that dual threat. You see him using his legs here, extending plays, third downs, red zone situations. Going to be a very tough. You see the bootleg here, play action bootleg, and it's, I mean, he walks into the end zone essentially. Nice throw there up the middle, has to fit that one into a window. So again, good size, listed at 6'2" on 247. I think On 3 has him at 6'3", so we'll go, somewhere between 6'2", 6'3". He looks like 6'2" to me here. I think that's a good number there. But making some nice throws. Again, missed about half the season, has some stuff to clean up. But if you're not going to go get an expensive quarterback, someone who's going to command a lot of money, right? Go get a guy with room to grow, with athleticism. You see him here evading pressure and making guys miss and picking up about 10 yards there. You see him getting outside of the pocket here. So all around, man, really love this pickup for Texas Tech at the quarterback spot. Stephen Cannon, again, you see him extending the play here, making the completion towards the sideline. So really nice pickup there at the quarterback spot for Texas Tech, and getting him some help in terms of that protection up front with this next guy I'm about to talk about, which is Jerald Mays from Pflugerville, Texas, Weiss High School. 6'4", 300 pounds, plays left tackle in high school, but a guy that I expect to probably move inside at the next level. And here we go again with his commitment announcement. It says, "Proud to announce my commitment to Texas Tech football. Wreck 'em." So as I pull up the tape here on Jerald Mays, you're talking about a player who has a lot of athleticism as an offensive lineman, good body type, listed at right now 6'4", 300 pounds. But as we pull this tape up here and as it's running, good feet out in space, a bully in the second level. When he gets to the second level, and you see, his feet, you see the finish there, throwing guys, and once he adds that strength, even more strength, weight, gets in that college weight room nutrition program, this guy can be, very, very nice offensive lineman for Texas Tech. You see him again, left tackle, but I think his body type screams to me interior offensive lineman. Good sign that he's playing tackle in the high school. But you see him there get to the second level, and you see his feet, and you see the finish there, right? Really good balance, body control. Looks like he has some good core strength. Doesn't look like he has the longest arms, which is why I'm saying probably interior lineman. But look at that. I mean, he's getting 15, 20 yards downfield here, running behind him here on the goal line. So Jerald Mays, man, look at him pulling here, making the block there for the running back. And this is someone who, pretty nice list of offers there when you talk about other schools in the mix for him. Ole Miss, SMU is another school in state that was very high on him. And he had an official visit lined up to SMU, had an official visit lined up to Ole Miss. So this is a big recruiting win. Again, not only a 3-star, but really like this. You have other schools like that on the table, and you got to say this is a good evaluation. Same thing with the quarterback spot with Stephen Cannon. Just looking at what he's got, because Texas Tech. You understand James Blanchard coming back as GM. GM, it's not just get talent; it's evaluate talent, and the entire department that Coach McGuire and staff have put together over there at Texas Tech, along with the work they did in the transfer portal, which takes a lot of evaluation in that process as well. Obviously, got to see them still continue to build on the field, as we've seen the results here continuously progress. But a lot of money, a lot of resources being put into this program. Got to continue to take that next step. Love what I've seen this offseason from Texas Tech, building on the season they had. And they may not be done yet on the trail. So as Steve Wiltfong from On3 noted, Aaron Bradshaw is someone to keep an eye on. This is a guy who's listed as 6'2" on 247, 187. His highlight, he says he's 6'4", but definitely long, rangy player. He's from North Crowley High School in Fort Worth, Texas. And I'll pull up his tape here, as a lot of his stuff, as we'll see here on Huddle in just a second. But again, Aaron Bradshaw could be someone to watch, potential next commitment here for Texas Tech. And you see him across the middle here, ton of range. I mean, he came over from almost the other hash there to make that play. An absolute ball hawk across the middle, covers a ton of ground. Like I said, listed as 6'2" on 247. His Huddle says 6'4" there. So kind of like we were talking about earlier with Stephen Cannon at quarterback, we'll go somewhere in between. We'll say 6'3", but definitely looks like he has the size that you want as someone who's going to be covering. Listen, you look at these safeties and you kind of have to put a lot of them in different categories. There's guys who play near the line of scrimmage, more in run support, are giving you more of that physical edge that you're looking for. Bradshaw is a guy who's to me a free safety, a guy who, look at him here, just across the middle, not able to come up with the interception, but covers so much ground and can just kind of stay there in the middle of the field, read what's in front of him, match up with bigger tight ends potentially as well. And as you'll see later in the tape, there is an element of physicality. There are some highlights of him making open field tackles, but to me, a guy that you think is going to really excel in coverage and give you some of just that back end safety, kind of like a blanket back there to make sure that nothing's going to get over the top and take away a lot of the stuff across the middle. So really, again, hasn't committed yet to Texas Tech, but Aaron Bradshaw, North Crowley High School, someone to watch out for very soon here. for Texas Tech's class. Houston in the mix. He has a visit lined up there. TCU, LSU, in May, he has a visit set up there. So guy who also plays basketball, seems to be very, very high up on the priority list for Coach McGuire and Texas Tech, whose class right now ranked 22nd in the country on the 247 composite, 9 commitments in the class. Stephen Cannon was the first commitment at quarterback who was not from the state of Texas or from Oklahoma. Cord Nolan, the only player from Oklahoma, everyone else from Texas. So why would you want to go anywhere else when you have such talent there? You can keep it home, close to Lubbock there. And they're doing a great job of that. Top 25 class right now. Expect some bigger pieces to be added here as we move forward. And if this success continues this season for Texas Tech, I think they're going to continue to aim higher and higher when it comes to these, bigger name, higher rated guys. You got to trust your evaluations and like what they are right now as we've broken down some of this film. But at the same time, as you elevate your program, you're going to aim higher. And I think ranked 22nd right now, wouldn't be surprised to see them push as the season progresses closer to that 15-20 range. So as always, we'll have you covered here on Group Chat Sports. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching today.